are in Ainjar, in an Armenian village. The people of Ainjar, they come from a mountain called Musadagh, the mountain of Moses. It's in Syria, now it's in Turkey, Cilicia. It was given by the French government to the Turks in 1939, what's called Sanjak or Skandarun area. So, and the French government, they brought the Musadagh people to this village because they didn't want to stay there. They didn't trust the Turks because in 1915 also they fought for 40 days against the Turkish government, and then Franz Verfel wrote a novel about that. So they came here, 1939. Ainjar was a desert, no trees, nothing. It was terrible. So they lived in tents on the castle, and then the French government built what we call French houses. It's 4x4, one room, and a toilet outside. The people lived there, and gradually they started life in Ainjar. They were doing nothing till some of the Armenians from here, they went back to Armenia in the 40s. Then, I mean, life started. They built a church first, and they used to use the church for school and for worship. Our church building is the first stone building in Ainjar. And of course, the Orthodox also, the Orthodox Church also, they used to do the schools in tents. And gradually the village started to develop, and they started gardening, planting trees, and now you see that it's a very beautiful village. This summer we celebrated the 70th anniversary of Ainjar, of starting the village here, and the 95th anniversary of the battle fought against the Turks. So this is a brief history of the village. Now it's an 100% Armenian village here, and there are three communities: the church communities. The Orthodox, they are the majority in the village. Then come the Catholics, then the evangelicals. So we are a minority here. We are about 40 families, 100 people, with children, with old people. We have our church and we have our school. So the school is a secondary school with a boarding section. You were in the Little Boys building. It is one of the boarding buildings, and in this school and boarding work, Sister Hedvig, her bust is here. She is famous. She came in 1947 to Ainjar, and really she helped everybody in the village. And she representing Hilfsbund mission. She is a Swiss, but representing both Swiss and German Hilfsbund. Started working here, and gradually she was also responsible for the school. So gradually the school became high school, and high school for both children from the village and children from Beirut, from Syria, from several areas. Nowadays, the school is still high school from kindergarten to grade 12, which is what we call freshman level. So when you graduate, you go to university, you start studying sophomore. We have about 280 students, 85. So 2/3 they are from the village, majority Orthodox. 85 they come from Beirut. They are boarding students, and they come from broken families, socially broken families, poverty, poor, drugs, all kind of problems. So they stay here for 9 months. They go back home on Christmas vacation, on Easter vacation, and on summer. They are part of the school family. They sit next to the
Integrated. Yeah.
village people. They are integrated in the school life, and they are integrated in the church life and in the village life. Because if there is an event, everybody goes, and we welcome sometimes a minister, a president from Armenia, and so we join the activities. Our ministry is a unique because boarding, school, and church, they are integrated. For example, we have in the church our activities. We have Sunday school, junior group, youth group. We have about 100 Sunday school kids. The junior group is 65 to 70. The youth group 25 to 30. All our students in the school, boarding and non-boarders, they participate in these activities. So in a way, they make the church life richer. So, and of course, we stress a lot the Christian education. We teach the Bible, and through the church activities, we try to educate our young people to become Armenian Christians. We don't say that you have to change your denomination, but we want them to be good Armenians in their churches and in the community. I always say that it's three kind of ministries here. One is, of course, the spiritual, because we try to give them spiritual nourishment and all the education. Second, I say it's social, because we are doing social work among the boarding students by keeping them here, teaching them, feeding them, giving them education, and preparing them for life. And of course, three, academics, because we are a school, and we are a Lebanese school. We follow the Lebanese curriculum here, the governmental curriculum. We teach three languages, Arabic, Armenian, English. So our children from kindergarten, they start learning three languages. We go for governmental exams, and plus the curriculum, plus we teach the Armenian language, Armenian history, and religion. So it's a full program,
full plate,
integrated. Everything is integrated in itself. I am the pastor here. I am the principal of the school. I work with my wife, as Badveli Paul said. So we serve here with, there are people, they help us. Also, we try to cooperate with the boarding section. So it's a big ministry here. Although it's a small church, but the ministry is big, and it's a unique ministry. We have friends who help us from the States, from Germany, from Switzerland. The government also help us financially, and of course we try to survive.
Their major pressure is the boarding part, because the German, remember Mr. Spangenberg, Gottfried gave an interesting sentence. If you remember, maybe you caught it, maybe not. He said, we were established to support the Armenians who were going through problems as long as they need it or they need help. Mm-hmm. And in the past 15 years, this has been a big discussion in Europe. Evangelical churches in Switzerland and Germany and other places that were supporting this, you know how they're going, down. So they started, because they were losing money and membership, they started saying to us, to our church, well, we were established to help you as long as you need help. But now you're normal citizens, you don't need help. So every year, we'll give you 10% less. Now, Lebanon was going the opposite way. Inflation was 10% every year. They were decreasing 10%. So the major problem of the school then was that these the boarding school kids, they were raising money to keep them in the boarding section, but no money to pay the school their tuition. So out of his 200 and some students, 85 students end up not paying tuition because the boarding section couldn't raise the money. This is in the past few years then. This has been their major problem because the boarding schools, the government gives some money for their food per day. German Mission and other donors give to that part, and then no one covers these kids' tuition to go. And yet, because it's one entity, they cannot put these kids out, obviously. But recently this has been, or else it was actually for some time a economically healthy institution. Yeah? Up till maybe 6-7 years ago, when they started not paying tuition for the boarding school kids. And then this is where they are now. But it has a good reputation. He said, remember what he said? He said we have 40 families total. So, and then he said Sunday school is 100, that one is 70. So what does that mean? That means their ministry includes at least 3 or 4 times bigger number than their congregation is. That is, they're reaching out to the whole community. And then most of the special cases, problematic cases, are from the poorer Armenian sections in Beirut City. They're the ones who come here. Sometimes from Aleppo, other places. People don't know what to do with the kid, and then they send them here.